Hey, brothers, all my sisters, all my kings and queens. It's your boy Mduduzi. Back after a long hiatus, coming back to y'all with another video. Today is Wednesday, the 19th of March 2025. Feel me? The reason I disappeared is because I really didn't feel like posting, but now I'm back, baby. And as you can see by the topic, it's hard having female friends as a handsome man. Now, I'm going to watch what I say in this video because I don't want to curse myself because we know the power of words, you feel me? Going into the future, but it's really hard having female friends, man. So I'll start it off like this, right? I'm not looking to sleep with any of the girls I'm going to talk about or any of the girls I come across, right? Yes, I find them sexually attractive. And even though I do have the impulse, the flesh lusts, I really want to do things right. And the right way is to wait until marriage, right? So even though I do want to sleep with a girl, I'm going to have to wait. But anyways, man, I want to start here, and this made me sick, brothers. I'm a strong brother, I believe. Been watching a lot of Andrew Tate, and I thank him for the mindset he's given me. I have to be strong, competent. However you say it. But yeah, I have to be on point. I have to be on the job. I'm a man, right? But so there's this girl, I'll just put it like this. There's this girl, she's a mutual friend to one of the brothers, right? So what had happened is the brother had asked me to go somewhere with him. And then I met her that day. He brought her along, right? So, she's cute and all. We got along, whatever. Fast forward, the second time around, we went out just the other weekend, you feel me? And, it was all good. We're all believers. So it's that thing of, we can enjoy, have a good time, without really, just without really focusing on the situation at hand, if I can put it like that. So what happens is, honestly, I see she has potential, right? She's cute. I could see myself with her. It's that I don't want to think like that because you always get disappointed. And I don't know if you brothers can relate. You see a girl, you're like, oh, this could be wifey. Then it doesn't work out. So I've learned, okay, I see the potential in a woman, but I never jump to conclusions, right? But yeah, how it went about, in my mind, I was like, okay, let me play it off as friends, right? Because it's going to be awkward me pulling a move, right? So I was like, okay, let me play it off as friends. I went to text her. You feel me? And funny thing is, she took long to respond. She ended up following me, right? So she followed me and she hadn't responded to my text, if I could say it like that. So I'm like, did she even see the text? But me already being up on game, I was like, okay, let me just wait for it. And as it goes, you feel me, she finally texted back. And I just saw that, I feel like it's hard being friends with a woman, right? I believe I'm an 8.5. You feel me? You can judge based on your own scale. But the attraction I get from women, I feel like I'm very attractive, right? So I don't want to say 9. I don't want to, hype myself like that, you feel me? But I'd say a good 8.5, you feel me? But yeah, I say that to say, I thought, I thought we could have been friends. Now I feel like we can't be, just of how she went about things. So I'm just starting to see, man, it's really hard being friends. And as I say, I was strictly pure, if I can put it like that. No me wanting to get at you. But then that's also game, like not showing interest in a woman makes her interested. The game is, it has to be learned. But yeah, anyway, you feel me? So I just saw that it's hard being friends with women, right? Especially because I'm so attractive. And also the friend zone is not a good thing. I've been watching videos and they don't recommend being in the friend zone, right? But it's mainly videos where the guy wants to break out the friend zone, not that he wants to put himself in the friend zone. But yeah, like it's hard being, friends. And I've been through a whole lot of situations which I'm going to talk about. There's another girl, I knew her from primary. And she had, right, expressed that she liked me. But this was way back while I was still in primary. So I remember, like, I didn't even see it. Like, when she told me, I was shocked because I was expecting her to talk about some other guys who are more popular. She's like, nah, I like you. She even had the courage to express it. But anyways, nothing happened. Fast forward, we follow each other on Insta. So I was like, you know what, let me take her out. And I did it purely because I knew she'd go out with me because she once had feelings for me. Even though she probably doesn't like me now. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? Because I wanted to take a girl out, I was like, you know what? Let me take her out. I go to hit her up. Our schedules don't align. The next time I hit her up, she doesn't reply, right? In which I proceed to block her because I've learned that, that's the way to go. Any games, you just block and move on, you feel me? But yeah, it's like, I was honestly... Because I'm not, when I think about her, right, she's attractive, but I'm not attracted to her like that. I've realized men and women are the same, in the same sense as, or when I say we are the same, right, I'm repeating myself, but what I mean is, there's two types of attraction. There's a girl I'll see and be like, okay, she seems like a wife. I'll be with her long term. But then there's a girl where I'm just sexually attracted. Like, okay, I'm trying to get it on right now. You feel me? And that's the same with women, right? So she's more of like a wife, right? She has good qualities about her. She's she was working way back just to go off a tangent. Like, I remember thinking, like, why do you have a job? Like, but yeah, she's one of those girls, right? At university, whatever. But like, I thought, we could just honestly kick it. I could take her out. I knew I was going to have to pay, right? But I didn't mind it. But when she got to ghosting me, I just saw that, you know what? It could have been many reasons, don't get me wrong. But it's like, you wouldn't ghost a friend. Talk the truth. You wouldn't ghost someone that's your friend. Especially as a girl. You only ghost potential, right? It's the games they play. So yeah, it's been hard having female friends. Like I spoke about, it was like a clip I did, but like most my female friends, I'm in the situation because I believe I'm so handsome where girls like me and I don't like them back, right? And that leads to me friend zoning them because it's either we stop talking or they, you know what I'm saying? Or, but that leads to me friend zoning them. And that always puts me in an awkward place because what I'm starting to realize, I feel like no homo but a girl, right? Because girls get the privilege of being chased, putting men in the friend zone. But what I realize is, even though I'm in the friend zone with these girls, time and time again, the feelings they show, but not in a outright way. Like, maybe it's a gesture they do for you, right? Maybe it's them showing you love in a sense. So, I'm okay with it because, and honestly speaking, I go for those who go for me, right? So, when I look at the friends I have which are girls, they're part of the girls that I would consider if I were to want a girlfriend. Because right now, I don't mind having a girlfriend, but it's something I'm not pursuing because I don't feel like there'll be much benefit, right? unless I plan on getting married. But like in general, I'm not too hyped or focused on having a girlfriend, right? I'm happy single. But yeah, like they're part of the girls that I would consider. But at the same time, since I do have a quite a pool of options, we just remain friends. And every now and again, like you see that emotions are involved, right? Which I mean, I'm at a good place because I get to receive the love. But yeah, it's like it gets me questioning, like, is there really male and female friends? You feel me? There's another girl, we just friends. But like she gets to replying late. You know, first time I texted her, it was like almost like a whole weekend. And bear in mind, like I've put myself in the friend zone with friends. I don't see her as wifey, right? Because that's the reason. It's like she's nice for other brothers, right? A lot of guys, when they see her, they're attracted to her, which I get it. But for me, because I've known her a long time, blah blah blah, I just don't find her that attractive to like try make her my wife. But yeah, it's like she spent a whole weekend before she got back to me. The second time I texted her, she took hours, and she's like, nah, I was sleeping. She knows who she is. So for me, it's like, why play all the games if we're just friends? Or are we really friends? And that time I wanted to take her out also, like, and you know, like, good thing I didn't take her out, or I didn't even suggest it. You know, I'm a giving brother, right? I'm in the Lord. I'm a son of God. I'm a child of God. But I've seen that, like, Steph is cold. He was saying, as a handsome man, you can't be too nice. It will be taken for granted. And I truly believe that because, you know, I take as much as I want to, or I can take my brothers out, right? These days I haven't been suggesting, but like I don't mind taking brothers out and me paying if I have the money. Same thing with females, but now I've seen that to a female it's not just a date, right? It's not just two friends going out. Even though our other friends couldn't make it, it's something more now. So it just got me questioning, and the more I get more attractive, right? Building myself up, you know what I'm saying? I must start hitting the gym, more money. You know what I'm saying? More chains on my neck, you feel me? This one I have to show to y'all. I don't know if y'all will see it. It's got the Lord's Prayer. But yeah, it's like the more I get attractive, I feel like it's harder to make friends with women. It's like because I'm so attractive, women don't want me to be their friend, right? And also because I'm a man, I'm masculine. It's part of the struggle, right? But, you know, like I'm not, what's the word? I'm not complaining, right? It is what it is. I'm a realist, right? So, yes, I want to be even way more attractive, doing better in life. So, if it comes with it, let it come with it, right? But yeah, like, there's another sister. I won't say sister, but there's another friend, right? She got me the job I'm currently working at. Along the way, she just started acting funny on her own. And this time, I didn't even, you know, show her any sexual signs. Because she's also nice, right? Like, a lot of guys are after her for real. But, like, I didn't, you know, like, I was just acting normal with it. Then she started acting funny. You know, like, because I have a lot of self-value, right? I self-invest. And this is also game from Game God Goldie. Once you self-invest, your self-worth goes up. So, like, I won't be chasing a friend, right? And act like I need her. Because I don't need her. I want to have her around. But I don't need you. And for the truthful part, that is, I'm not sleeping with you. And if I'm not sleeping with you, I don't want you in that way. I really don't need you, right? Yes, we could be friends, but that's just the conclusion. Yeah, she started acting distant or whatever. So I also, you know, I stopped talking. I let the distance grow. I went to unfollow her because I'm like, nah, I just want to follow girls now that I'm interested in, right? You feel me? I don't want none of that. I'm following your friend. And plus, like, why would I? Because why would I follow? Yes, I still have friends I follow, but like, doesn't make sense. It's like, but anyways, yeah. Then today we spoke. Funny enough, and like, I'm sorry to say this if you see this video. She just like trauma dumped on me, like in like the minute, 2 minutes we talked. She just like. And I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what to do with all you're telling me. I hope all goes well. But I'm just at that point now. I'm like, I don't want to fake anything, right? Even this girl I'm telling you about. Okay, the first girl I told you about. I really wanted to text her on some. I'm at a point in life I don't want to F around. I can see you not giving me friendship vibes. And what's going on? Like, are you catching feelings? But it will only lead to denial, right? But yeah, like, it's funny, man. Like, most girls I've come across are interested in me. And that might sound cocky, but it's part, like, obviously, not all girls are attracted to me, but it's reality for me. Like, a lot of women I come across are interested. And like, for me, like, as I tweeted the other day, if it wasn't for me knowing God, being in the kingdom, right, wanting to follow the Lord faithfully, I'd be sleeping with a lot of women. No doubt about it, you feel me? But now that I'm waiting till marriage, you feel me? It's like, it just gets awkward because, okay, I'm not going to date you. I want to sleep with you. Then we're friends, but you don't act like a friend. So it's like, and there's another girl, right? She had told me, she's attractive, right? If I rate her, she's the most attractive out of all these girls I'm talking about. She was on some, I'm not looking for a boyfriend right now, which I get, right? And why I say I get it is because when we were having the conversation, she doesn't know me. I don't know her. Girls play games. So she was trying to play that game of like, okay, I am, she's like, yeah, there's many, God keeps sending many men into my life, but I don't want a man now. Which, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I took it how it was. Like, okay, that's what it is. Because I won't lie, I did ask her out. And she was like, she avoided the question. And I was like, and I saw that she noticed me avoiding the question. If you get me. So I'm like, I'm not going to backtrack and ask her properly. Because it shows that she doesn't want to go out. She still gave me her number, right? She's like, oh, if you hear of any job opportunities. Which we both know I'm not going to hear. And I still try to come at her as a friend, right? First conversation was biblical. Because that's how I am. When I go to texting her, she mises. Which I proceeded to block her. But it just got me thinking. It's like, is there really friendship, right? Because if, like, there's another girl which I won't talk about, like, but this is where I started questioning. Is like, I'm coming at friendship with women from such a pure perspective. But it's like women, but I know, right? I believe women are not righteous, right? I don't believe, like, the man is the leader. The man is stronger than the woman. And not only stronger as in strength. I mean, I feel like we are more moral, right, than women. Hey, you can hate me. That's my opinion. But like, yeah, that's what I've seen. It's like women are not pure enough. So it's hard to have a friendship with a woman, right? It's just like all women I come across, they just, my bad, be acting weird. And I get it, right? Like, I'm an attractive guy. It's like, I believe I'm like really attractive. Like, it's crazy. Like, when especially women start treating me nice, I don't even account it to, You know, obviously I try to live a pure life, but it's not even, I don't even account it to that, right? You know, obviously with retaining, all my brothers on semen retention know that you attract women to you. But I just look at it as my attractiveness, like all the older women who treat me nice, all the wives, right, who be treating me extra nice. I just see it as my attractiveness. And in all honesty, it's hard. I'll just leave it at, it's hard being friends with girls as an attractive man. It's like, and you know, it's so weird because I don't need a friend, right? A girlfriend. Not a girlfriend, but a friend. Let me call it a friend girl, right? I don't need a friend girl. But you know, sometimes I just want to talk to women like it's nothing sometimes. But like the way women are so calculating, the way women are so deep, right? It's like nothing is just, I can't just text you on some, you know what I'm saying? Even just something simple, right? Like I can't even, like the way so much is involved. And take it back, the girl I'm telling you about that was replying slow to me, like she took a whole weekend, the one I wanted to take out, I wanted to take her out specifically because me and her know that, okay, we're friends. And I know that she wasn't going to be, or I thought rather, she wasn't going to be expecting much. Because now I can't just say to a female friend of mine, let's go out. She's going to be like, next thing you know, you see her getting pretty and all. And you know, funny to think about it, I don't know, there's another girl, right? Another girl. I don't know if she ever liked me because for me, I strictly saw everything as friendship. I never looked into the situation, right? But I remember the first time I took her out, right? And it was just two of us. She had on a... and not to shame her or anything, she had on a weave, right? And she normally didn't wear a weave. Like, yeah, she just pulled up to the date, I guess, with the weave. And you know, she kept, as she was eating, like the weave would sometimes get in her mouth. She'd have to, and I just thought, like, I didn't look into it, right? Like, I was like, okay, she's wearing a weave. You know, I guess. But like now looking back at it, it's like, you know, it's the small things. It's like next thing you'd say, let's go out to a girl. Next thing she pulls up looking nice. And you're like, nah, something's off, you feel me? But yeah, it's really hard being friends as an attractive guy. You know, it just got me thinking. I was like, should I really just now go all out and just not do friendships? Or should I just like, yeah, be clear now, like not pursue friendships, but like now with every girl it's just either are we romantically, are you interested in me or nothing, right? Because it's like you get to a certain point and it just feels weird. Like let me talk about also another girl. And this also got me thinking about that girl because this was random, but there's another girl I followed, right? I followed her, she didn't follow me back. But I was like, okay, I'll give it some time before I unfollow her. Because what's the use in following a girl that doesn't follow you back? She's not interested, right? So I gave it some time. I was following her and a couple of other sisters, right? Or other girls I found attractive. Then a day came, I was like, you know what? Let me stop unfollowing all the girls who are not following me back. I'll follow a new batch. And out of those, whoever follows me back, those ones I'll keep. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I followed a whole bunch of girls. One day I just unfollowed all of them that weren't following me back. This girl I'm talking about specifically, that I was still following her, I guess I missed her because I don't know what you call it, but you know that small picture, basically your profile picture on Instagram, it's not her. Like it's kind of like a gray something something. So it's like I realized I saw a status, right? So I was like, oh, okay, I didn't unfollow this girl. But I was like, let me go through the status anyways. So she was at a certain, either it was a launch or an event with another girl. And the story with me and this girl was, I liked her, right? My flop not being up on game, I told her I like her. To where she's like, no, what I did was I told her I liked her, but in the same sentence or immediately after, I was like, you know what, I don't want to pressure you. Let's just be friends, right? And then she replied with, I ain't trying to be I'm not going to be a good friend at this moment, blah, blah, blah. You know that. But for me, what I didn't understand is, why didn't she want to put me in the friend zone, right? But now, because I've realized you have to assume a lot of things with women. And let me quickly pivot, right? The first girl I talked about, because I was texting her through email, right? I sent an email and she didn't reply. So I was like, did she even get the email? But I was like, you know what? Don't allow yourself to be played by women. So I was like, okay, she did get the email. She's not responding on purpose. And lo and behold, I was right. Because she responded later. I was like, okay. So I never doubt myself. Now I assume most things. So with the other girl that I'm talking about, I know that she liked me, right? Because if she didn't, she wouldn't mind putting me in the friend zone. Makes sense, right? Anyways, she disappeared on Insta. She came back. We got to talking. Our last conversation, because I had already internalized that, okay, you know what? She doesn't like me. She doesn't want to be my friend. There's really nothing between us, right? Funny thing is, though, when I had seen her in real life, she gave me a hug, or she went in for the hug. You know, just woman, right? But yeah, you have to be above the games as a brother. But anyways, our last conversation, I had sent her a gospel song, right? Because I had asked her what she listens to. And yeah, that was the greatest, I feel like, decision for me at the time, because I've got tracks I still listen to now. I got tracks that I still listen to now from her, right? And even though her memory does come up when I'm listening to the tracks at times, it's not like a painful memory. It was a good thing I asked for that playlist. Anyways, I sent her a track, right? Because I thought this one she's gonna like, based off the music I listen to. And then so I sent her a track, but I didn't say good night because I already knew I don't want to play this whole game. Then she said good night to me. I was like, okay, good night back. Then from there, she just guess she deactivated her account, because I won't even lie, because I had checked on another girl's phone. I was like, let me check this girl. Did she block me? Turns out she didn't block me. So yeah, and I went to fast forward, and you're going to have to make sense of the story, right? So that's where we had ended. She deactivated her account. I was like, okay, I knew what it was. I moved on with my life, right? Then I see her she took a picture with this girl that I just followed, and I didn't know that I was still following. And, seeing her on the photo, I don't know why it is. It's like some girls, let me just say most, right? Most girls have gotten worse from when I was interested, or our last interaction. Just physically, she didn't look the best, right? She didn't look as nice as she was. But yeah, it's like, even with her, now I'm at a point where I'm just going to get more attractive, whatever. But it's like, next time I see her, I could never talk to her, because you don't want to be my friend. Even if she's interested in me now, it's like, I don't find you as attractive, so that can't work. So it's just like, I question myself, is the friendship even possible? But as a handsome guy, right, like, it's hard, and I feel like it comes with it, right? Because being this attractive, girls want you. And now that I'm in a position where I always put it as I'm not allowed to be with women, right? Because otherwise, you don't need, these days, you don't need a relationship to sleep with women, right? So it's like, if I don't need a relationship, we either just having fun. But now that we're not having fun and you don't want friendship, it's like, you feel me? But yeah, conclusion, let me wrap it up. It's hard being friends with a girl as an attractive guy. You know, many stories to share. But yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I take it on the chin. You know, the only solution is... Wait, I'm looking. There's a girl walking. Anyway, only solution is, honestly, like... If, you know, there's a game, right? There's the game. Don't hate the player. Learn the game. There's a game, right? And women are always going to play games to put the power in their hands. And now that I know the game, it's like, I only play the game to win. So I'm guessing it's like, I have to come from a standpoint where I only play the game to win. Because otherwise, I'm just putting myself through it for no reason, right? Like, this girl, one of the girls I was talking about, I was like, should I continue texting her? But it's like, okay, firstly, I don't want to force a conversation. I don't need to have the conversation, right? But now that we do go out, and I know we're going to go out in future again, it's like, how do I move? But I was like, you know what? Let me just play the game to win. And I don't want it to be like this, but rather her than me. You know, like, I've always been like, rather I get hurt and, you know, she... You know, because this mindset came from who has the sin, right? Who has the guilt in the end. But you know, also what I've seen with women, because women, I feel like their morality is not as pressing as us guys, right? Us guys, you know, like when you go out of line, the guilt hits. So it's easier for her to live with it. But at the same time, it's like, you don't want to stupidly get hurt, right? You know, the Bible says, be wise as a snake, but as harmless as a dove. So if I'm wise as a snake, it just means that either all the women that I'm coming at friendship with and they're not responding, you know, right? It's either I just distance myself. But then also, if you ghost, you know, it's so complicated. Like, there's another female. Let me talk lastly about this female. I had heard from people around me that she likes me. So what I did, because she has a kid, I didn't find her that attractive. I went up to her because I was like, you know, there's this game that we low-key playing. She was going around saying, because this time we know each other, right? She was going around saying, you know, there's someone that I like around here. And I was just like, Lord, I could have, but I didn't want to act like I don't know, right? I could have, but I didn't want to act like I don't know. And that's one thing I've seen girls do, which is funny. Like, they'll know, but they act like they don't know. But yeah, like, for me, I was like, you know what, let me just go up to her and explain that, you know what, you do have potential. I'm always checking for the women who are checking for me. You are potential, but I wouldn't date you because 1, 2, and 3. And after that, you know, like, something I won't do again, because I could see that she got emotional. She seemed like she wanted to cry. Anyways, fast forward, you know, she came back. She told me it was not right what I did. And I understood it, right? Like, emotions. Even though I feel like I was totally right, I always feel that way. I get it, right? So, as time went on, we became friends because we see each other almost every day, right? But like with her, I feel like I'm in that situation where she shows her love. So maybe if I'm not feeling right, she'll pull up, she'll be like, let me give you a hug. I ask her to buy me things, she buys me things. Like she cares for me. And recently what happened is we were talking about a topic to where like her view on the topic had me disgusted. I was like, damn, like I lost because all my friends, as I'm saying, like whoever checks for me, I check for them. So I considered her as potential, right? I was like, maybe, right? But like her view on the topic had me disgusted. I was like, okay. And this was the last straw. Like she had done a couple things before this, but after this thing, I was like, okay, definitely, like I'm not gonna date you ever. I don't want to be friends with you even. The second, okay, if this was the third strike, the second strike, okay, man, even if she watches this, it is what it is. But like she had said, because she has a kid, she doesn't want no more kids. And I was like, how's that gonna work? Because I still want a lot of kids, right? The first, and yeah, then there's another thing which I won't talk about, but like that one, I'm still not sure about it. Obviously, I know the truth because I assume. And one thing I can say, every time I assume I'm right. So she played me in a sense. So like now that I've come to the conclusion that I don't want to be friends with her, I won't date her. Now that I'm pulling back, it's getting toxic, right? Like even though she hasn't said anything about it, I feel the vibe, and it's like, ish, like how did I even get myself in this position? So I don't know what made me talk about the situation, but it's like, oh yeah, I feel like I was saying it's either I just don't be friends with females, it's either I pull back. But what I've realized is, as a guy, when I pull back, it's not even though women react, women are emotional, 1, 2, 3, it doesn't feel right? Yeah, it gets complicated, but yeah, it's hard being friends as an attractive guy with females. It is what it is, though. We're still pushing, we're still leveling up out here. It's your boy Mtiduzi. I'm out. Peace. Like, comment, subscribe, baby.